recession, depression, and unemployment.
Good morning, guys. Alright, it's Genesis 4 today. We're going to go over it's Cain and Abel. So this is what's happened. Adam and Eve, they ate of the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil when they weren't supposed to. God told them not to, and they did anyways because of the serpent. So they disobeyed God. God cursed the serpent, and God told Adam and Eve, hey, I have to kick you out of the Garden of Eden. So God has kicked Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden. Well, now they know that they're naked, and so God gave them clothes, and so now they have clothes. They're trying to survive on their own, and now they've had 2 kids. So here we go. We're going to talk about Cain and Abel. Genesis 4. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from the Lord. And she again bare his brother Abel, and Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain and to his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fallen? If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and slew him. And the Lord said unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? And he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass, that every one that findeth me shall slay me. And the Lord said unto him, Therefore whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord, and dwelt in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. And he builded a city, and called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Irad, and Irad begat Mehujael. This is where we get into he begot he, and he begot he, and he begot he. So bear with me on the names. And unto Enoch was born Irad, and Irad begat Mehujael, and Mehujael begat Methuselah, and Methuselah begat Lamech. And Lamech took unto him 2 wives. The name of the one was Adah, and the name of the other Zillah. And Adah bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such as have cattle. And his brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And the sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, Hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech, hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and called his name Seth. For God said, She hath appointed me another seed, instead of Abel whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also there was born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then began man to call upon the name of the Lord. So, that is Genesis 4, and tomorrow is Genesis 5, and Genesis 5 says the descendants of Adam. So this is where it really goes into he begot he, and he begot he, and he had wives, and they begot him, and he and she, and yeah, it gets confusing. So bear with me as I go through that. So basically a breakdown of Genesis 4. Adam and Eve have Cain and Abel, and Cain is a tiller of the ground, and so bears a lot of fruit and vegetables and just a bunch of food, really. And then Abel is the keeper of the sheep, and so every time back in the day, before Jesus died on the cross for our sins, they had to give an offering to God, and so Cain's offering was always what he made whenever he tilled the ground. So he was always giving vegetables and fruit and whatever he could make. And then Abel would give the firstling of the sheep that he had. And God would always favor in Abel's offering. And Cain didn't like that. And so Cain got angry, and Cain committed the first murder. And so God asked, where's Abel? Where's your brother? And Cain says, am I my brother's keeper? Why should I know where he's at, And so God says, I know you killed him because, God knows all. And so he casts away Cain to go out. And then God lets Adam and Eve have another son, Seth. So yeah, and that's it. And then we saw where Cain had a wife, and Cain had his kids, and those kids had kids, and those kids had kids, and those kids had kids, and so yeah, it's about to get interesting, and I think here soon we should be getting the Tower of Babel, and which is amazing, but not many people know about the Tower of Babel. But we're gonna talk about that here soon. I hope you guys have a great day. So far, so good for me. I mean, every day that I start off with reading my Bible, it's a great day. I'm sorry that I posted Genesis 3 a little bit late yesterday. I apologize, but I will try my best to get Genesis 4 out early this morning. Well, this afternoon, morning for y'all. Time zones are confusing. But yeah, I'll be working on that. I hope you guys have a great day. Go out and show everyone how great you are. Talk to y'all later.
And while you waiting, yeah, and while you praying,